Hey y'all, good morning. It's early in the morning. Hold on, let me turn it this way. And guess what your girl is doing? Guess what your girl is doing? I'm about to show you. But bear with me. I have to be quiet. And I can't really turn on no extra light because my toddler's asleep. And we all know how that go when them toddlers sleep. They wake up like gremlins, like monsters. So fun fact about me, I was a lash tech for like 2 months because I'm a licensed esthetician. So I said, let's do some clusters. Because there are some girlies who can do their own, like, individual lash extensions. I'm not one of them girlies. And not because I can't, but because I don't have the patience. That kind of patience ain't found me yet. But fun fact, this is my first time doing clusters on anybody. Never done clusters before. I've done the band before. I've done I've done the band before. I've done individuals before. But clusters, never even bought them. If I'm not talking, it's because Debo about to wake up. No. Fun fact, I'm using hair glue. I just got a little glob on there because you don't need much. But let me tell you why I started trying this. I hope y'all can hear me. So I started trying this, right? Because I had went to Viva Chicken, one of my favorite places, on a Sunday after church. I'm feeling the spirit. I'm feeling inspired. So I seen this girl and she was so pretty. So when I got up there, I was like, I'm going to tell her she pretty. You know, that's just who I am. So I got up there. I'm like, girl, you pretty. Then I noticed her lashes. I said, oh, who did your lashes? She said, me. So they looked so good. I thought that they were individuals. But she told me they were clusters. So I was like, oh, girl. She was like, yeah, I did it myself. I'm like, okay. I said, oh, do lashes? She was like, no. I'm like, girl, why not? She's like, I don't know. I just don't know, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, long story short, we end up exchanging numbers. I tell her I'll be her first client. She can make extra money off of that. You know, this, that, and the third. So I text her. We texting. And then we stopped texting. And I'm not one to beg, but I said, baby. And then I went and talked to my nana about it because I was like, I just want to be dolled up for this cruise that we're going on in February. Mind you, right now it's like January 3rd. And I got to learn before I just do some lashes or be pissed off the night before because I ain't got none. But anyway, I was like, oh. Okay, that's a mess. Hold on. Oh no. Okay. It don't hurt. It dry. Because, to be honest, hair glue dries pretty quick. But, yeah, she tried to drop in my eye. I'm like, what's going on, shawty? She was welcoming herself to the party. She got there a little too fast. But, yeah. Anyways, my nana was like, girl, you went to school for this. You a licensed esthetician. And I was like, I know, but I just wanted somebody else to pamper me and I wanted to pay for it. So as you can see, I don't really get my nails done, but I will be getting my nails done before I go on the trip. Like, I've just been working, paying off debt, getting Christmas together, you know, all of that, because single mama, okay? But all this stuff gets provided for with the grace of God. I'm telling you, God look out for his children, but you got to call on him. You got to believe in him. You got to trust in him with all your heart and soul. And some stuff you just got to be still and know he going to work it out. And he'll work it out better than you could ever think or imagine. I promise you. So that is what's going on with me. So, you know, I pretty much was like, you know, I was a little upset because I was like, dang, Shawty Wop just... I ain't even hear from her. I was like, well, it's fine. I was like, I just learned myself. So I just got some off Amazon and here we are, sis. And I don't know if maybe it was because I'm a stranger and she was doing it at her house. Maybe she didn't have confidence in herself. I don't know. But I'm going to support the girlies. So that's what I was doing. So, you know, when she didn't respond, I was like, well, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Because at first I was like, well, I'll just do me a band. And then I said, you know what? Because I had saved money to go get me a lash appointment. And I said, well, you know what? How about this? Instead of me going to go get a lash appointment, I'll use these. I said, instead of me going to go get a lash appointment, look at sis doing it herself. Let me tell you a trick I learned. If your lash ever gets stuck down here, you want to be real quick and bam, just take it through, bam, just like that. Can't be scared. And this was a quick little subtle look or whatever. Real quick and subtle. Just to be trying something, just to see if I could do it. And obviously I can. Bro, what was I even tripping about? I'm like, no, because this is my first time. Y'all, I promise you, God was like, record. I'm like, okay. Because I was like, I haven't did this before, and no. And he was like, because you know it's God when he only speak once, and he ain't gonna keep pressing you. Like, it was like, record your first lash video, like when you first doing them. So I'm like, all right, cool, got you. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna just try this on my own off camera, because I don't want to wake my baby. I don't want to be too loud. But you got to listen. You truly got to listen and trust. I mean, it's been times where I'll be over here deep in my word, and she'll be ruffling. I'm thinking, oh snap, she about to get up. And baby don't even get up, because God is like, read till I told you to read. So now I see this is super easy to do. Yeah, super easy to map. I like these. But I like doing them on me first. And that's the thing. I like doing stuff on me first. Y'all, let me tell you, when I was lash class, when I was a lash tech, them girls would come in there, they didn't care about the health of their eyes, you know, and the business, they really just cared about making money. So they didn't, like, one girl came in there and she had like the crust around her eyes. It's a medical term for it, but I can't think of it right now. And like, you can see, it looked like her lashes were growing out of the crust. That wasn't even the worst person. Like, it looked like bumps. Like, it looked like little bumps that her lashes were growing out of. Some of them think it's really that serious. They didn't come get removals. I had one girl, oh my God, one had a tail removed. She came for somebody else, and them things was just stuck on there. I mean, like somebody just took the lashes and just started laying them, and then they took a whole thing of glue and just laid it down, and then just stick the lashes on there real fast. I said, this looks terrible. And she was like, and it hurt so bad. I just want them off. You want them out. You want them off. They look terrible. I'm sorry. But we laughed about it the whole time. Then there was this one girl who came in and she had major crust on her eye. So majority of the service, I wasn't even putting lashes on. I was cleaning up. I'm like, girl, do you ever clean these lashes? But all she said was, thank you. They feel so much better. I'm like, I bet they do. I ain't do nothing to clean them up and take some off. I reapplied a few because it still look full, but these things is dirty. So I said, this is not for me. This ain't my business. I don't want to run y'all away. But this ain't healthy and you need a removal. And you got to be so, because it's somebody else's business. You can't just be talking to people any old kind of way, which I wasn't trying to talk to nobody any old kind of way, but at the same time, it was only so much that you can say before, then they want you to be fast. And, oh, y'all, that was a nightmare. That was really a nightmare. Being a lash tech for a small company. And the way I quit, I just was off one day, right? And then I had a day off. It was my day off, and then I was supposed to go in the next day. And I was just like, Mom, I was living with my mom at the time. I said, Mom, I really just don't want to go with, I really just don't want to go, I don't want to go back. I said, I think I'm going to call out today. And she was like, okay. Hey. Because number one, it ain't her money, and number two, I wasn't paying no real bills there. I was getting paid like $500 a week. I mean, $500 every 2 weeks, my bad. And I was just like, this is just not adding up. So, I got a mouth to feed. I can't be over here, And then y'all want my whole day, so I can't get another job. So, no. So, I pretty much was just like, this is cool, but it's not, so no. So, yeah, I was like, no, sis. So, yeah, me and sister girl, I went in one day. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. I had worked there, and then I had a day off, didn't want to go back. And then I kept texting. I was like, I just don't feel good. My baby don't feel good. I'm not coming. Da 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 da. So that went by 1-2 days, and then I went in the middle of the day one day, and I gave her key back, and I said, I can't work here anymore. And she said, okay. And y'all, why when I tried to give her a hug, she was like, ugh, no, I don't do pity hugs. Okay, so, well, that was nothing but the Lord's protection, because I wouldn't have wanted your energy on me anyway, especially if you're upset with me. And people was quitting left and right, revolving door. So, as much as she tried to make it fun and bring in snacks, and her husband would be texting you like, you're not doing this. You're not even here to know what's going on. So don't piss me off. Girls coming in and getting them big old caterpillar lashes. Oh, God, and I was not a caterpillar tech. So they come in and they want them, and I'd be like, oh, Lord, be with us. Because, no, you won't get those from me. And, I didn't tell them that, but when they got up, they were like, well, when this one did mine, it was a lot fuller than this. This one was my tech. Well, you wait till she come in, baby. So they didn't really train me, and I told them when I got here that this was my first thing. Like, one thing about me, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a choice. I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah, that was a terrible last check store. I was there for like 2 months. I gotta say, gotta be about 2. It could be a little longer, but I think it was 2 months, and I was just done with them. Really done. And the way I seen that they fired the one girl, it was stupid. So I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. No benefits, really no pay. I was driving an hour away to get there. No training. When y'all said y'all would train me, like, no, I'm good. So yeah, ooh, I think this just not gonna fit on there. Okay, I got lashes on, y'all. This a real short set for what I'm used to, but you need to go short when you are just trying something out, because if you go long and you mess up, everybody's gonna, well, maybe not everybody gonna notice, but it'll irritate you, because I'll be irritated. Wine is just so ugly. But yeah, if you're scared to play around your eye, wouldn't recommend. I'm not scared to play around my eye. That's the thing. I need to be, and I'm not. They done. It ain't take me but 20 minutes. Something I ain't never did before. And I'm gonna let you know, these was the lashes I used. And these were I'm gonna say these was a D. Yeah, because these are a C, so these is a D. It's a D curve. So yeah. That was my first trial run. I'll show you what it's under there. Look a little wonky. You see what I'm saying? But you can't really tell how wonky it look. You know what? Let me see something. I really need to go in right here. Because I got it over here, but I don't have it over there. And that's another thing about being a lash tech, y'all. Like, you got to try and make it look right in both sides. You got to know a lash map. And that's not hard to learn. They even have some mapped out for you. But as much as I wanted to follow lash map, I really just wanted to try and see if I could do it. First and foremost, and what'll always get you right is lifting up that eye, pulling that skin taut. And you don't want to get it on the skin, you want to get it on the hair. You want to have some time in between. Okay? That's my advice to everybody. When it comes to lashes, you need to have some time off. Or you will be lashless. You won't have nothing to put lashes on. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, there we go. Trust God. Y'all see how my baby didn't wake up? And I got both lashes done. Yes, it was a trial run. They all right. But they on here. So I know I'll be able to do them for my cruise. But let me let y'all go, because I'll be able to talk to y'all all day long. Okay? Because that's just who I am. Okay, I love y'all. See you in the next one.